Welcome to a journey that's about to transform not just your career but the very culture of your workplace. Did you know that a staggering 70% of organizational change efforts fail? Often, it's not because of the strategy, but because of the culture resisting it. This series, Lead and Inspire: 6 Ways to Influence Workplace Culture, is designed to flip this statistic on its head. In the coming chapters, we'll explore hidden barriers that are holding back potential, uncover the power of empathy and leadership, and discover daily rituals that can truly reshape your office environment. We'll dive into the art of constructive feedback and learn how diversity can be more than just a buzzword. It can be your most significant advantage. Are you ready to lead a change that lasts and inspire a culture that thrives? Let's get started and unlock the secrets to becoming a transformative force in your workplace. Chapter 1: Unleash the Unseen. Identifying invisible barriers. When we step into our workplaces, it's easy to see the physical layout or the technology we use. But what about the invisible barriers? These are the unseen elements that can stifle innovation and growth. Identifying these barriers is the first step toward a healthier workplace culture. One common invisible barrier is unconscious bias. It's something that can affect decisions without us even realizing it. For example, Harvard Business Review points out that unconscious bias can influence hiring decisions, subtly skewing them towards candidates who share similar backgrounds or interests as the interviewer. Communication silos are another hidden issue. They occur when departments or teams don't share information freely. This can lead to duplicated efforts or missed opportunities. A McKinsey report highlighted that companies with better communication practices are 5 times more likely to experience high growth. So, how do we begin to dismantle these invisible walls? It starts with awareness. Leaders need to foster an environment where it's safe to discuss and address these issues. Regular training sessions on topics like unconscious bias can open eyes and change perspectives. Another strategy is to implement cross-departmental projects. This encourages collaboration and helps break down silos. When people from different teams work together, they learn to value each other's strengths and viewpoints. Lastly, leaders should model the behavior they want to see. If they are open about their own biases and committed to personal growth, it sets a powerful example for the rest of the organization. Chapter 2: Empathy in Action. Cultivating compassion as a skill. Empathy isn't just a nice trait to have, it's a crucial skill for leaders who want to inspire and influence their workplace culture. Empathy allows us to understand and share the feelings of others, helping to create a supportive and inclusive environment. But how do we cultivate this skill? First, it's important to listen actively. When someone is speaking, really focus on understanding their perspective. Avoid the temptation to formulate a response while they're still talking. This level of attentiveness can significantly enhance mutual understanding. Next, encourage story sharing within your team. When team members share their personal stories, it builds deeper connections. This can be facilitated through regular team meetings or dedicated storytelling sessions. Another practical step is to implement empathy training programs. These programs use role-playing and other interactive methods to help participants experience others' feelings. As reported by Forbes, companies that invest in empathy training see higher employee satisfaction and lower turnover rates. Leaders can also demonstrate empathy by being accessible and approachable. Open-door policies and regular check-ins can make a big difference. When employees feel that their leaders care about them as individuals, they are more engaged and motivated. Chapter 3: Rituals of Reinvention. Daily practices that transform. Adopting daily rituals can significantly impact your workplace culture. These aren't just routines, they're deliberate practices aimed at fostering a positive environment and encouraging personal and collective growth. One effective ritual is starting meetings with a positive note, such as sharing a small win or expressing gratitude toward team efforts. This simple act can set a constructive tone for the meeting and boost morale. According to a study published in the Journal of Business and Psychology, teams that practice gratitude have higher satisfaction levels and better performance. Encouraging short, regular breaks throughout the day is another vital ritual. Research from Stanford University shows that taking breaks can increase creativity and productivity. Instead of glorifying the hustle, emphasize the value of mental rest and recovery. Another transformative ritual involves regular feedback loops. These should be constructive and forward-looking, not just retrospective reviews. Fast Company reports that continuous feedback can lead to a 50% increase in market performance. Make it a habit to provide timely and actionable feedback. Finally, incorporate wellness moments into the daily schedule. This could be a 5-minute meditation, a brief yoga session, or a team walk. A report by the American Psychological Association highlighted that companies with wellness programs see reduced absenteeism and higher job satisfaction. Chapter 4: The Feedback Frontier. Encouraging constructive conversations. Feedback is a powerful tool for development, yet it's often handled poorly. To truly influence workplace culture, feedback must be constructive, consistent, and part of regular communication. Firstly, establish a feedback-friendly environment. This means promoting an open atmosphere where feedback is seen as a gift, not a criticism. Harvard Business Review suggests framing feedback sessions as opportunities for growth and learning, which can change the entire team's perception of these interactions. Next, focus on the behavior, not the person. Use specific examples to discuss actions and their impacts rather than critiquing personal traits. This approach helps prevent defensiveness and keeps the conversation productive. It's also beneficial to encourage peer-to-peer feedback. When team members feel comfortable giving and receiving feedback among themselves, it strengthens the team dynamic and fosters a sense of mutual respect. A study from Gallup found that peer feedback could enhance engagement and reduce turnover when handled correctly. Additionally, leverage technology to facilitate regular feedback. Tools like anonymous surveys or feedback apps can provide continuous insights and make the feedback process more manageable and less intimidating. Chapter 5: Diversity as a Driver. Beyond the buzzword, embracing diversity isn't just about fulfilling quotas, it's about recognizing and harnessing different perspectives that drive innovation. Creating a diverse workplace goes beyond ethnicity or gender. It involves including a range of experiences, backgrounds, and ways of thinking. Start by broadening your recruitment efforts. Engage with a variety of job boards, colleges, and community organizations to attract a wider pool of candidates. According to a report from McKinsey, companies with more diverse workforces perform better financially. Implement structured interviews to ensure fairness in hiring. By asking each candidate the same questions, you reduce unconscious bias and make the process more about skills and less about subjective impressions. Google has used this approach to improve its diversity and inclusion outcomes. Create mentorship programs that pair diverse employees with senior leaders. This not only supports their professional growth but also strengthens the company's leadership pipeline. Deloitte found that participants in mentorship programs are 6 times more likely to be promoted. Lastly, celebrate cultural differences through events and initiatives that educate and engage. Whether it's a workshop about different holidays around the world or a guest speaker series, these activities can enhance understanding and appreciation of diversity within your team. Chapter 6: Lead by Leading. The art of delegation and empowerment. Effective leaders know that delegation isn't just about offloading tasks, it's about empowering others. This crucial skill builds trust and develops future leaders within your organization. Begin by identifying which tasks to delegate. Look for opportunities that align with team members' strengths and career goals. This not only ensures the job is done well but also boosts the employee's confidence and skills. Set clear expectations. When delegating, be specific about the outcome you expect, but give the team the freedom to determine the best way to achieve it. This balance of guidance and autonomy is key. As Richard Branson says, train people well enough so they can leave, treat them well enough so they don't want to. Provide the necessary resources and support. Delegation fails when employees feel set up to fail. Ensure they have the tools, time, and information needed to succeed. Encourage a feedback loop. After completing the delegated task, discuss what went well and what could be improved. This not only helps with future tasks but also fosters a culture of continuous improvement. By delegating effectively, you not only free up your own time for strategic thinking but also empower your team, contributing to a more dynamic and capable workplace.